up, everybody? Thank you for coming to our page. 3G had the awesome opportunity to catch up with our 2021 I Am 3G scholarship winners, and we did like a college check in with each of them, and we are so proud of these amazing young women. Check out some of the excerpts from our interview.
So that was different. um, I
Hello.
wouldn't say they were all challenging, but I had some that really ran me for my money. But they're over now. Um, I
What were those,
definitely
if I may ask?
math, math, and molecular biology.
Oh,
Oof.
that
Okay.
sounds challenging.
Yes. My favorite was probably English. Did well
Okay.
in that.
Beatrice is happy.
Very happy.
She's a writer.
Okay. Let's see. I did join a lot of groups on campus. Let's see. I can start with one, Charles R. Drew, which is pre-medical, pre-health.
Okay.
Then Student Success Leadership Council, which is a group that focuses on African American professionalism.
Nice.
I'm a research intern on an international project at the moment. Hopefully, as the years go by, I can move up to an assistant.
Okay. So what do you do in that position?
So we just started, so nothing yet. I go
Okay.
back the 22nd, so I guess we'll meet after the 22nd.
Okay.
But I know the project is researching how retired people live in Belize. And so that's interesting because that's where my family is from.
Oh, wow.
And I've never been, so learning about the country this way should be interesting.
Wow. That
That's
sounds
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get a trip from
Yes, hopefully.
That would be good.
Let's see. Oh, I am the communications chair for the Black Student Union's Freshman Council.
Nice.
Thank
Right.
you. And I am
Congrats.
the vice president of diversity and inclusion for my residence hall.
All right.
Wow.
And I've decided I'm not going to add any more things.
that might be good, but hey, you sound like a wonderful year. Wow. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. I'm like, you've only been there one semester. Like so that much in all 4 years there.
I know. Wow. That's
I think
great.
that's about it. All the interesting things.
Sounds great.
That's good. I'm just so happy you guys got to stay on campus too, because I know last year sometimes people started and they had to go back home, and so you didn't get the full campus experience. So that's good. You got to fully stay. And sounds like you're really fully engaged.
Yes, I try.
That's awesome. All right. Well, before I ask a couple questions, does anybody have anything they're curious about?
No, I want to say congratulations and and just keep pushing forward and keep making those big aspirations and doing what you can. I am blown away by all the stuff that you've accomplished in just a semester, and that you want to continue to do or dive into. So kudos to you. Hats off for not taking that first semester to party hard and just say give yourself that grace period to say, oh well, I'll figure it out later. Like I really applaud you for that. So keep going.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I applaud you too, because when I was in college, 4 classes and no groups were a lot for me. But it does, because you mentioned that you decided you weren't going to do more than what you're doing. And I'm assuming that's because it's probably a lot and you feel it. So I'm just wondering, are you feeling balanced, or is it overwhelming? Because preface, if it's overwhelming, I was going to go through after you say how it feels and tell you you don't have to do so much also. So, but go ahead.
So some of these, I guess, responsibilities I have, I can make them as much as I want to. Like the vice president of diversity and inclusion, they don't really do anything. And I thought that we would, but once I got there, I realized we don't do anything unless I propose different things. So I guess that's best for me. So I don't have to do so much in that role. Same with the communications chair. That's a bit more work. And because we do less work, I make sure the work is quality. I was going to apply for something for a TA position for next year, but you have to take a class this coming semester during on top of all your other classes, and I decided that would be too much. I think I look good, and if I need to apply to any internships or anything, they can see that I'll put the work in, but just not too much.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just add, like, make sure you put yourself first always. Like, yeah, I mean God, but then yourself.
Yeah.
That was actually right on target, Ashley. I was going to ask, how do you balance school, your own, I guess, your own time for yourself as well as social life? How are you balancing all those things?
Those roles allow me to take off the social life part.
Okay.
So I've met a lot of people through there, and we usually meet up at events or in meetings.
Okay.
I could say I will do better next semester. I will with putting myself first. I feel like I put some things on hold. Like I want to, such as I want to work out more. I feel
Okay.
like that will be best.
Me too.
Yes, and I came in with such a strong plan with that, and I didn't fulfill that. So I'm definitely gonna do that for semester 2. I think that was my biggest downfall.
Take advantage of the gym. You pay for it. So take advantage of it. It comes out of your fees. So take it. It's a nice gym.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good de-stressor. I think exercise sometimes it allows you to de-stress and focus on something other than all of the academia and all the other stuff. So but congratulations. Sounds like you are quite mature and you're doing quite well for a freshman. I mean, that's yeah, I'm impressed. Not that you're trying to impress me, but you're doing quite well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, honesty. Were you homesick? Did you miss your parents and your family?
Not really. Not that I don't love my family, but
Of course.
I don't know. Maybe because I had been to Maryland before the university. It wasn't my first time being around the school. It just felt normal.
That's good.
Good. Well, that's good because that's not, I mean, that can be a challenge if you do, when people go away and it's like you're missing everybody. So that's good. I'm glad that wasn't an issue. Did they miss you?
Yes. They did.
I'm sure. So did you come home often, or it's like, okay, I'll see you guys at the end of the semester?
I didn't come home often, but because there were usually things I had to study for, homework. When I do go home, I want to make sure I can give them my attention, or else to me, it doesn't make a difference.
That's true. That's nice. So who would you say are the two, I mean, you're obviously very successful already. So who would you say are the biggest two influences that you've had in your life, personally and academically?
I do have one mentor. She just graduated. I'd say she's academic. She did a lot too. And she really thrived at the University of Maryland, and they recognized her for that. So I find that impressive, since it's such a big school, to be recognized for your efforts.
Yep.
And I say the other person is my mom, because I want to, do my best for her as well.
That's good.
Awesome.
Very nice.
I'm sure they're super proud of you.
I'm sure.
What you've accomplished so far. All right. So what's some advice that you would give to, say, upcoming seniors for the class of 2022?
Let's see. I wrote some down.
Love it.
My first one would be to study what you learn every day. So when they teach you something on Monday, study it Monday. If you can, I feel like that'll be best, because if you have another class Wednesday, then you're studying Monday and Wednesday, and that might be too much.
That's good.
To go to office hours for help, maybe even if you don't need that much help, but so that they know that you care about the class and they'll help you out. This is also something I need to do along with working out more, is getting good sleep and pushing things till the next day. It can get done the next day.
That's good.
And avoiding placing what you want to do on hold.
So what are some of the, can you give us an example or a little more on that one?
Working out. I feel like I definitely, as a whole, put my health, sleep goes along with health too, on the back burner. So
that is true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, and those things that you listed are very good. I mean, it's key to develop good study habits before you go to college. I think sometimes people breathe high school and then they get to college and it's like, whoa, I actually have to study, pay attention, and they struggle. So those were some good tips that you gave, and just keeping that balance, setting your goals, and then realizing like there's another day, God willing, we all live. There's another day to do the rest of things. You can't get it all done in one day. So that's really good advice, I think.
Yeah, Autumn, kudos to you, because a lot of that stuff at 35, I haven't realized until now. So the fact that you are getting it now at 18, 19, 20, you are going to go far, girl. Just go with it, please. Like, yeah. Oh, and yes, getting to know your professors is one of the best things you can do. Those office hours are so important.
Good advice. So what's a big challenge or a challenge that you faced other than not working out? Balance. Have you had any other challenges or successes that you think, obviously academically you've done well, but specific things that you've experienced since you've been in college?
I think sleep. I know that kind of goes with the health, but even when I have the time to rest, I think that go, go, go mentality, it's like, well, you could be doing something. And then my mind is like, you're right. You should be doing something, when resting is also a thing.
That's
so
true.
I'm going to switch to taking the rest option instead.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, actually, that's advice I think we all could probably take.
I was gonna say, you know, I used to have that same mentality, just go, go, go. And I felt so accomplished. But at the end of the day, that burnout is real. It's going to come up. It's going to catch up to you at one point. And you just have to realize that you have to pause, especially as you get older and you now have a career and you balance children or a family or whatever the case may be. That's very important. So, yeah, you inspire me.
Absolutely.
There's an old cliche, and I know it well. You can't burn the candles at both ends and still have a candle. So you just have to be careful with that.
That is true.
That's good.
All right. Well, anyone else? I don't want to hog all the questions.
What classes are you taking in semester 2?
Next semester, I'm taking Foundations of Public Health, Uprising, Riot, Revolt. It's supposed to be talking about violence and how it impacts our world. Public policy in the Black community, and Introduction to Behavioral and Community Health.
Sounds good.
Good. So you're a bio major and you're a public health major?
Oh, I'm just a public health major. I actually just switched it. I forgot to mention that. It's still public health. It was originally public health science. And I looked at they have us make 4-year plans with all the classes. You can switch them, of course. And I realized it was all science, and you take 2 public health courses senior year. And I'm more of a public health. That's why I came. So I switched to community health. So I'll be learning how different health behaviors impact communities. So I'm excited.
That's a good program. The public health program is good at Maryland, and the community health plan that's a nice track. That's good. That's really good.
So what do you envision? What do you actually want to be once you graduate from college, say with a public health degree or community health degree? What do you envision yourself doing?
I envision myself, that's policy working in communities. So when I say this, I think director of health for a county, or maybe a state, just working, using the policy work to influence the community hands-on. I feel like if I work just in policy, then I write these things, and who knows if the people put them into place, or if I work just in communities and there are certain things I can't help them with because it's out of my control. Maybe in that role, I can do both.
Interesting.
Wow. That's great.
It's amazing how you know what you want to do and how to impact, the community. That's fantastic. To be in your shoes, many, many years ago, I wasn't anywhere close to where you are. That's really impressive. Yeah.
Thank you.
That is so impressive. We're definitely going to remember your name, because I have a feeling
we're going to say, we know you win.
Everybody's going to know who you are.
I will definitely remember your name.
Yes.
Yes, because you guys have the same last name. So what would you say, what are some skills or some things that you learned about yourself, or some skills you developed over this past semester?
I learned that I do have the ability to say no. I think that's something that you can only learn if you have it, if you're in situations. And I like to say no. I like to say no. I think saying no to doing something that you don't want to do is easier than going and being uncomfortable.
That's true. Yeah.
That is so true. Wow. That's such good advice. A lot of people don't struggle to say no. So that's being able to say no and set those boundaries, and avoiding the alternative, like you said, is being uncomfortable, or all that kind of stuff. That's good.
Yes, no is a complete sentence.
Yes, it is.
You don't have to say a because. It's just no, not able to do it.
Period.
Right.
No excuse, just because. No, that's it.
I know. I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's good. I mean, especially where you are in college, I'm sure you have to say no a lot.
Yes. Yes.
But I love the fact she says she likes to say no.
Yeah. So often, we often say, well, I hate to say this, but no. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Right.
Love it.
Look, I'm taking notes.
Exactly.
She enjoys it too. Like, no.
Excellent.
That is awesome. Well, Autumn, we appreciate you taking time to meet with us, and we are, I think I can safely speak for everyone and say we are blown away at all that you've accomplished. Not terribly surprised. We knew you had great things in you, but blown away at your success with the first semester. So we're super proud of you, and we just encourage you to keep going even further, pursue your dreams, know that you have everything within you that it takes to be successful. God, number one, and everything else will come after, and you have that. So just keep staying focused. Know that we're cheering for you. You're in our thoughts as well as our prayers, and we know that you will do great things. Don't forget about us once you are the director of health, if either somewhere.
State level at the minimum, whatever, who knows?
Thank you. Yes. I definitely won't.
Yeah, thank you.
All
I
Absolutely.
had one question though, just one question.
Yeah.
I know you all said it last time, but I can't seem to find my notes. But which schools you all went to and emails?
Okay. Well, I guess we can tell what schools we went to, and I can send you an email with all of our email addresses, if that works.
Okay. Yes, that works.
Okay. All right. So I'll start, I guess. I went to University of Maryland.
Okay. Right choice.
I went to Bowie State.
I also went to Bowie State for undergrad, and I went to Moreland University for a graduate.
I went to the University of Maryland as well.
Well, I went to Florida State University, Tallahassee, Florida. I'm a migrant for the area, to the area, right, many years ago.
Okay. Thank you all.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Oh, Autumn, real quick, if you have to take an art class, if you ever think about it, art and archaeology of Africa is a great course. Also one on Mesoamerica is great as well, because I know you got to fill those credits, got to get those credits in those other areas. But I really enjoyed the art and archaeology course of Africa. So if that's a course, if one of those courses comes up, now it was some time ago since I was in college, but
Just a few years.
just a few years, but a few nonetheless. It was a great course. So
Okay. And what was your
go
major?
to the games. Go to the games. My
Okay.
major, yes, go to the games. You pay for it as well. You do pay for it. It comes out of your fees. It comes out of your fees. Go to all your classes. Go to all the events because it comes out of your fees. So my major, it was microbiology. I started off in microbiology. Most of my credits were in the science, the biological or life sciences, what they call it, field. And then I changed because I couldn't handle what was it? Organic chemistry too.
Mhm.
That took me out. So I switched to family science. So
Okay.
I switched over to family science. But I'm not ashamed to say it. Organic chemistry too, you know, that kind of put the nails in my little science coffin. But it's okay. It's okay.
I noticed
All
that
right.
family science, at least now, they don't have to take a math, so I'm jealous.
What? They don't have to take a math because see, I started in and then I took. Well, we can email offline.
Yes.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Autumn. I will shoot you over those email addresses. Please keep in touch and we'll do the same for you. We wish you all the best.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
You
Have a
too.
great one. Have a great
Bye.
semester and be
Thank
safe.
Be
Thank
safe.
Bless you.
you.
All right.
Bye.